So here in this video, we are going to see how we can send the feedback request email to all the leads which we have captured from the website form. And for this, I'm simply going to create integration between these two applications, my website form and SendGrid using Pabbly Connect. So this is the landing page of Pabbly, and you can visit this simply by typing pabbly.com in your browser. Now before we sign into a Pabbly account, let me quickly take you towards Pabbly community. So you can join this Pabbly community to connect with business owners, experts and the Pabbly support team. You can share tips, ask questions and get quick solutions to your automation challenges. You can stay updated on latest features and collaborate with thousands of users who help and support each other every day. Now if you want to learn how you can join this community, then please check out the link given in the description. Let's move back towards Pabbly. After browsing this website, we need to sign into our Pabbly account. On the top right corner, we can see two options, sign in and sign up for free. If you are an existing user, click on the sign in, and if you are a new user, click on the sign up for free, and this will give you 100 tasks free on monthly basis. As I'm an existing user, I'll click on the sign in. And here all Pabbly apps page has appeared, which is showing me all the Pabbly applications. I'm going to click on this Pabbly Connect, access now. And here it has taken me towards this dashboard where I will be able to find all my workflows over here and all the folders which I've created over here. Now if you want to create a new folder, simply click on this plus icon and from here you can create a new folder. For now I want to create a new workflow, for which I need to click on this create workflow and I need to select my workflow builder. We have this new beta which is modern, faster and more flexible one, and then we have this classic which is a stable and a familiar approach. I'm going to select this classic and then I'm going to name this workflow as send feedback request email automatically using SendGrid for website form leads, and now I'm going to select my folder. Now these are the folders which have been created. I'm going to select tasks, forms, automation and then click on create. So here workflow created successfully. As soon as I click on create, this box has appeared in front of me where I need to enter my trigger application and action application. So trigger is basically an event which starts the automation of a workflow. There can be only one trigger step in a workflow, but as many as action steps as you want. Now here in this workflow, I want to send the feedback request email automatically using SendGrid for all the leads which I have captured from my website form, which means whenever I'm going to receive a new lead, the feedback request email will be automatically sent, which means whenever I'm going to receive a new lead, this complete workflow here will get triggered, because trigger basically activates or triggers any workflow. Here in my trigger application, I will be taking Webhook by Pabbly, using which I'm going to build the connection between my website form and Pabbly Connect, and then in my action application I'm going to take SendGrid. Here in my trigger application, let me quickly take Webhook by Pabbly, and in my trigger event I'm going to select task catch webhook, and now I need to make connection between my website form and Pabbly Connect, for which a webhook URL is provided to me, and this webhook URL is going to act as a bridge to connect my website form with Pabbly Connect. So I'm going to follow the help desk given below. For that I'm going to open the code which I have created for this website form, and in that code I'm going to insert this webhook URL. So I'm going to copy this webhook URL from here. So here you see that I have opened this code. Over here you can see this fetch. So I'm going to remove this webhook URL which I have added as dummy. I'm going to paste the webhook URL which I have copied from my workflow. I'm going to go towards the file and then save this. And here we have saved the changes successfully. I'll go back towards my workflow now. Over here you can see this waiting for the webhook response, and under this it is written, now log into the application where you have added the webhook URL and do test submission so that the data can be recorded here in the webhook response. Now this means, so as to get the webhook response over here, I need to do a test submission, for which I am going to open this website form, and from here I am going to enter some dummy details, submit this form. As soon as I do this, I should capture that response in this workflow, and this is going to show us the connection setup which we have created is working fine. So here I'm going to first refresh the page, because just now we have saved the changes and we have added a new webhook URL. So I've refreshed the page. Here I'm going to enter some dummy details. My name is latest user. My email address is latestuser@pabblytudes.com, and then I'm going to enter my phone number as this one. I'm going to click on this submit now, and here thanks for submitting the form. The form is submitted. I'm going to open my workflow and check whether I have received all these details there or not, and instantly I have received this response just 4 seconds ago. The phone number is 8282. The email address is latesteduser@pabblytudes.com, and the name is latest user. Here, as soon as I've done the form submission, I have captured that response in this workflow, and this shows the connection setup which we have created between Pabbly Connect and my website form using this webhook by Pabbly that is successful. And now whenever there will be new form submission, I will start capturing that response in this workflow. Moving on towards the next step, whenever I receive a new lead, I want to send them the request email. So in my action application, I'm going to take SendGrid, using which I'm going to send the mail. In my action event, I'm going to select it as send an email and then click on connect. If you have an existing connection, go with save. If you don't have one, click on this add new connection, and now to make this connection, I have to enter the token. So I have to go towards the settings, API keys, create API, choose full access, create, click on create. So I'm going to open my SendGrid account. Now over here on the left hand side, I can see the settings from where I'm going to click on the API keys. I'm going to click on this create API key, and then I'm going to name this as website form, and then I'm going to grant the full access, and then I'm going to click on this create and view. Here a new API token is provided to me. I'm going to copy this and paste it over here, and then I'm going to click on this save, and here SendGrid is connected with Pabbly Connect. Now I need to enter all these details. I'm going to enter the send to email. So I want to send this to the person who I have received the details from my website form. So I'm not going to enter like this manually. Instead, I'm going to use a method called mapping, which means I'm going to enter the data from the previous response. I have received the response from webhook by Pabbly, and when I click on this field, I can see this webhook by Pabbly. When I click on this, I can see all the response which I have received from there. I'm going to enter the email address as this latesteduser@pabblytudes.com. I'm going to enter the subject as we'd love your feedback, and now I'm going to enter this from email address. After entering the from email address, I need to enter this from name. If you want to enter, you can do that. But as this is not a required field, I'll skip this. Now in this reply to email, I'm going to enter the same email address or map the same email address. I'm going to select the content type as plain text, and in the content value, I'm going to add. So here I've entered hi, and then I'm going to map the name so as to create a personalized mail. So the name is this latest user. Thank you for reaching out to us through our website. We are always looking for ways to improve, and your opinion truly matters to us. Could you please take a moment to share your feedback about your recent experience? Your input helps us to serve you better every time. Click here to share your feedback. We really appreciate your time and support. Warm regards, Pabbly team. So here I have entered all the required details. Now over here, mapping is important so that every time you receive a new response, it is taken into consideration in this field. Manually entering the data will make this field static, and the information will not change even when you receive the new response. Over here, if I manually enter any detail, this field will become static, and every time I receive a new response, the result will not change. So as to keep this field dynamic, we use this process mapping instead of manually entering the details. Now here, after entering all these details, I'm going to click on the save and send test request. Let's wait for the response. And here I have received the response, and this response is a positive one. Let me quickly open my mailbox and check whether I have received any mail there or not. And here we can see that we have received the response just 0 minutes ago. I have received a personalized mail. Hi latest user. This is the same subject. It is sent to this latest user @pabblytudes.com. Thank you for reaching out to us through our website. We always look for ways to improve, and your opinion truly matters to us. So this is the same exact mail. Now to summarize, we took webhook by Pabbly as a trigger application where we made connection with Pabbly Connect. We received a new form submission. When we received the new form submission, we wanted to send the feedback request email. We took SendGrid as action application, made connection with Pabbly Connect, entered all the required details, executed this workflow, and finally received the mail. So this is how this automation workflow is going to run, and here we have successfully created automation between this webhook by Pabbly and SendGrid using Pabbly Connect. I have attached the link of this workflow in the description so that you can check this out, and you can stay tuned to our channel for learning more such interesting automation. I hope you liked this video and understood this video very well. If you have any doubts, you can comment down this video below, and we will try to resolve it as soon as possible. Thanks for watching.
Not only these applications, but you can integrate many more applications with the help of Pabbly Connect. Now, if you have any doubt, you can reach us at support@pabbly.com. If you have any query, you can reach us at forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issue, you can visit the website given over here. Also, if you find our videos helpful, do share it with your friends and like and subscribe to our channel.